Chelsea sacked Graham Potter after just 6 months in charge and $350 million spent on player transfers. Potter was brought in just last September and now he's gone. Less than 7 months after the dawn of what was supposed to be a new era of collaboration, innovation, teamwork, player development, and a commitment to excellence on and off the pitch, Chelsea have sacked head coach Graham Potter in a humiliating defeat for their ownership consortium. The words of Bidad Abelai and Jose E. Feliciano might be remembered as having always set Potter up for a fall. The manager who they and Todd Boehly were prepared to sack Thomas Tuchel for, doomed by the reality that few coaches could live up to such lofty promises. Ultimately, Potter departs after a 2-0 defeat to Aston Villa, the 11th defeat of a 31-match tenure that ends with Chelsea in the bottom half of the Premier League table but still in the hunt for the Champions League even if they are heavy underdogs against Real Madrid in the quarter-finals. Former Brighton right-back Bruno will take charge of Chelsea on an interim basis, starting with the visit of Liverpool to Stamford Bridge on Tuesday night. On behalf of everyone at the club, we want to thank Graham sincerely for his contribution to Chelsea, said Boehly and Abelai. We have the highest degree of respect for Graham as a coach and as a person. He has always conducted himself with professionalism and integrity and we are all disappointed in this outcome. Along with our incredible fans, we will all be getting behind Bruno and the team as we focus on the rest of the season. We have 10 Premier League games remaining and a Champions League quarter-final ahead. We will put every effort and commitment into every one of those games so that we can end the season on a high. Karim Benzema hits 7-minute hat-trick in Madrid Rout, Atletico, Villarreal Win. Carlo Ancelotti's Madrid warmed up for their Copa del Rey semi-final clash on Wednesday with arch-rivals Barcelona in style by dismantling Valladolid, 16th and a point above the drop zone. Karim Benzema scored a stunning hat-trick in a 7-minute salvo as Real Madrid thumped Real Valladolid 6-0 on Sunday in La Liga. Champions Real Madrid, second, sit 12 points behind leaders Barcelona after the Catalans beat Elche on Saturday, with 11 games remaining each. The race for a top 4 spot intensified as Villarreal, 6th, beat 4th place Real Sociedad 2-0, and Atletico Madrid earned a 1-0 win over Betis in 5th. Carlo Ancelotti's Madrid warmed up for their Copa del Rey semi-final clash on Wednesday with arch-rivals Barcelona in style by dismantling Valladolid, 16th and a point above the drop zone. Rodrygo Goes opened the scoring early on, before Benzema's hat-trick, including a spectacular acrobatic effort, with Marco Asensio netting the 5th in the second half and Lucas Vazquez adding another late on. Brendan Rodgers sacked. Leicester confirm manager exit with 2 more departing after secret meeting emerges. Leicester City have confirmed Brendan Rodgers and 2 key members of staff have left the club, with details of a behind-closed-doors meeting coming to light. The Foxes sat 18th in the Premier League table entering Sunday's fixtures following a 5th defeat in 6 on Saturday. Leicester fell to Crystal Palace 2-1 thanks to a late Jean-Philippe Mateta winner. However, Palace's 31 shots to Leicester's 3 suggested Rodgers' side were fortunate to lose by such a narrow margin. With the threat of relegation looming large, Leicester have elected to pull the trigger and part ways with Rodgers with 10 matches remaining. Rodgers' assistant manager and first-team fitness coach have also made way. Ten Hag confident of Man United bouncing back despite Newcastle wanting to win more. Erik Ten Hag believed Newcastle United wanted to win more than Manchester United on Sunday. The Red Devils slipped to a second defeat in their last 3 Premier League games as they suffered a 2-0 loss, with second-half goals from Joe Willock and Callum Wilson at St James Park claiming revenge for the Magpies' EFL Cup final loss to United. United dropped to 4th in the Premier League as a result, behind Newcastle on goal difference and just 1 point ahead of Tottenham. Speaking after the game, Ten Hag acknowledged his side deserved to lose, suggesting it was attitude that made the difference. "I hate to say it but they were better today," he told Sky Sports. Especially, their determination, passion and desire. "They wanted to win more this week, so they won. I think we had our opportunities, but then you have to go for goal with the determination that they did. By far, it was not good enough. We allowed them too many chances." Chelsea next manager. Todd Boehly shortlist with Julian Nagelsmann favorite to replace Potter. Chelsea face a major managerial decision in the next few days after confirming the sacking of Graham Potter. The Blues lost to Aston Villa in the Premier League on Saturday, with the result being the final straw in the patience of co-owners Todd Boehly and Bedad Abalai. The top target to replace Potter is Julian Nagelsmann, Football.London understands. Luis Enrique and Mauricio Pochettino have both been linked with the job at Stamford Bridge, but the former Bayern Munich boss is the primary target. The club statement released on Sunday read, "Chelsea FC has announced that Graham Potter has departed the club. Graham has agreed to collaborate with the club to facilitate a smooth transition. In his time with the club, Graham has taken us to the quarter-final of the Champions League, where we will face Real Madrid. Chelsea would like to thank Graham for all his efforts and contribution and wish him well for the future." Man City star Bernardo Silva reacts to Arsenal hypocrisy. Manchester City star Bernardo Silva has spoken about his side's Premier League title race with Arsenal. Manchester City playmaker Bernardo Silva has challenged two contrasting allegations levied against his team as they continue to push Arsenal in the race for the Premier League. Some have argued that the Sky Blues' experience should see them eventually prevail, while others have suggested they don't have the hunger due to their previous success, with Silva calling on his teammates to shut out the noise. City currently sit 8 points behind Arsenal in the Premier League table after both teams claimed comfortable 4-1 wins over Liverpool and Leeds respectively on Saturday. The Sky Blues have one game in hand, while there is still one game to play between the two sides at the end of this month, meaning there is plenty of time for the reigning champions to close the gap. The significance of the game at the Etihad on the 26th has not been lost on Silva, but the Portugal international has been keen to stress that they cannot afford to slip up before then. He also hit out at the contradictory statements made about his team as they challenge at the top of the Premier League. "I think we're playing our best football of the season," Silva said after the win over Liverpool. "Where we are at the moment is the best we've played, by far." Referee incredibly knees footballer in the nuts after losing his cool in a big way. If you thought refereeing in England was bad, think again, as a Mexican official has shockingly been caught putting his knee into the groin of a player who was arguing with him. A referee in Mexico is under investigation after appearing to knee a player in the groin during a match. Official Fernando Hernandez was caught on camera moving his left knee in the direction of Leon midfielder Lucas Romero during their Liga MX clash with Club America on Saturday, April 1. Romero and his teammates were angrily protesting a decision at the time. He crumbled to the floor after the supposed contact, but said after the 2-2 draw he didn't want to see Hernandez punished. Obviously, referees are human beings. Many times they can make mistakes, and those mistakes end up developing what happened, a lot of misunderstandings, he told broadcaster TUDN. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share. See you again with more news. Bye for now.